Let's do it. Good morning. 36th District Court is now in session. I am Judge Shannon A. Holmes, and I am serving today as your presiding judge. I should have, the folks in my courtroom should be a part of the specialty court, and I believe that they are. With that, I am going to start by saying good morning to everyone in the courtroom. Mr. Rice is in the courtroom. Good morning to you, Ms. Mack, and then Officer what? Gore. Officer Gore, good morning to you. Good morning, Ms. Wilson. Good morning, good morning.
Good morning, Judge Holmes.
All right. And now I'm going to have the attorneys place your appearance on the record, please.
Thank you, Judge, and good morning. For the record, Jesse Reed, Drug Court, Vet Court Defense Attorney, P23863. Judge, if I may, I'd like to make a motion, a continuing motion, that my appearance be for all my clients this morning. Thank you.
All right. Good morning, Mr. Reed, and your motion is granted.
And good morning, Your Honor. Robert Fikens, P31894, Drug Treatment Court Defense Counsel. I too would make a similar motion.
Thank you, Mr. Fikens, and good morning. Your motion is granted. Mr. Griffin, place your appearance on the record for me.
Good morning, Your Honor. Brian Griffith, Sobriety Court Case Manager on behalf of the Probation Department.
Thank you, and good morning, Mr. Griffin.
Good morning.
We are ready to get started. Are there any preliminary matters for the court's consideration?
Not at this time, Your Honor.
All right, let's get started. I'm starting with Annette James. Ms. James, if you could unmute for me, please.
Ma'am, there you go. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Hey.
Hey. All right, Ms. James, let me place your case numbers on the record. I have case numbers 170458491 and case number 19056382001. State your full name for the record, Ms. James.
Annette James.
All right, Ms. James, how are things going with you?
Oh, it's going great, Miss Holmes. Everything's going all right. I like it here at Hope House.
Can you all turn it up just a little bit for me? You said you like it at Hope House?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
What is it that you like, Miss James?
It's more structured. And it's helping me to stay clean and sober. And I'm loving it, just loving everything about it.
All right, very good, very good. Are they working well with you, Miss James?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, they are.
All right, very good. Tell me what you've been doing to work on you just this week, this past week.
Just this week, I've been going to an NA meeting, working my recovery Bible, and we go to a meeting every Wednesday out in Brownstown. And we do a house meeting on Wednesday. And went to a meeting last night. We got a meeting tonight and tomorrow night. So that's what I'm be doing.
All right, very good. Very good. Miss James, you look like you're doing better. You really do. You look like you're doing well.
Thank you.
All right, have you heard from your son lately?
Not this week. I haven't called him.
You didn't call him?
Not this week. I'll call him
All
today.
right. You're gonna call him today?
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right, very good. Ms. James, are there any issues or any concerns that you have that you need the court to help you with?
No, ma'am.
None?
None I think of.
All right.
No.
All right. All right. Let me hear from the case manager. Mr. Yancey, good morning. Place your appearance on the record and then tell us about Ms. James.
Good morning, Your Honor. Kenneth Yancey on behalf of Specialty Court. Ms. James is doing well. She's in a good place over there at Hope House. We really appreciate Ms. Shannon helping Ms. James. I really appreciate her with that. So she's doing well. She's going to these meetings, which she stated. I even got some screening results sent over here. regarding Miss James. They've all been negative. So, Hope House is doing their due diligence to make sure that she's doing as well as she says she's doing. So we're working diligently on working out the legal guardian aspect of this. And other than that, things are going well. And Miss James is at a place that's a good fit right now.
All right, very good. Thank you, Mr. Yancey. Ms. Stradalak, good morning to you.
Good morning.
All right, how are things going with Miss James?
They're going well. She's a good, she can follow direction. She can follow direction. She can do this. I just keep telling her, and she just gives the greatest hugs. So, and we do a little trauma here, we do a little trauma group on Wednesday at the house meeting, and it's just a little insight, something to ponder as to, whatever, just the wounds that we've never dealt with that are just like sitting there that need healing, mostly spiritual healing, but so that's what we do. And she's all involved. She doesn't miss a day. She don't miss a group. Even when she doesn't feel like going, she goes anyway. We have Pastor Rose who comes in. Yeah. So she does her chores. She follows the rules. She does her meetings. She's engaged. She's got a sponsor. She's doing good.
All right. Very good. And I know that you are helping Miss James with respect to getting some benefits. And so Mr. Yancey and Ms. Stradalak keep in communication about that with respect to Ms. James, because we want to make sure that once she gets her benefits, what are the long-term plans? What's the long-term goals for Ms. James? And so I also know that there's a guardianship piece that's being worked on as well. And so if you all could continue to stay in communication about that, that would be great.
Absolutely.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Very good. Anything else from any of the other team members?
Yes, Judge, thank you. Congratulations, Miss James.
Thank
Good
you.
report. You're in a safe place. It sounds like you're working the program. We're proud of you. You should be proud of yourself. We know it's not easy, but keep up the good work. Work the program. Be safe. Thank you, Miss James. Thank you, Hope House.
And Your Honor, if I might add, Miss James, you appear happier today. It's good to see that. Seems like you're at peace, and the reporting certainly is that you're getting the program. So congratulations, ma'am. We're proud of you.
Thank you.
All right. Very good. Ms. James, do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
No questions? All
No,
right.
ma'am.
And it's really good to see you today.
Sure.
Mr. Yancey, when is Miss James coming back?
Yeah, no, we want Miss James to come back on March 18th of this year at 8:35.
All right, very good. And then we'll get in staffing prior to that date, the status on the guardianship as well as her benefits, and
Yes.
hopefully some next step recommendations.
Yes, Your
Okay?
Honor. Yes.
All right, wonderful. If nothing else, Miss James, I'm gonna see you in a couple of weeks.
Yes,
If you
ma'am.
need us, you know you can always reach out, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
All right, very good.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Miss
All right.
Stradalak. Please tell Miss Carnes I asked about her, Miss Sandy.
I
And
sure
thank you all for the
will.
work you do. We appreciate
Absolutely.
you.
Thank you.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Okay, I am ready.
Okay, I did it.
I'm ready on Miss Macklin. I have the following for Miss Macklin. Did you give me an updated? No.
Oh, that's
Oh, you know what? I have a promotion to do. I'm sorry, Miss Macklin, give me 1 second. I have a promotion to do. Yes. Okay, no problem. All right, let me do this promotion. Anthony Wallace, you are being promoted on this morning. Let me read your case number into the record. Case number 120-595-1001. State your full name, Mr. Wallace.
Anthony Wallace.
All right, Mr. Wallace, you are up for promotion today. What do you think about that?
I love it. I love it. And then I got a promotion at work too.
Oh, look, you get double promoted today. All right, Mr. Wallace.
Yes, yes.
All right. Very
Everything.
good. State your full name for the record for me.
Anthony Wallace.
All right, Mr. Wallace. How are things going for you so far in the program?
Oh, I actually completed my treatment program. And then I've been screening for about 18 months at JAMS every week without testing positive.
Yes, sir.
And I've been hitting my AA meetings every week. Every week.
Look at you, Mr. Wallace. Are you learning something from all these things that you're doing?
Yes, I didn't know if my family had my back in everything I was doing. I didn't know. I didn't know they cared. Yes, I didn't know they cared that much. They kept calling me every day. How you feeling? How you doing? Everything going good yet? I say, hey, beautiful. Everything. Then when I got that promotion at work, that just knocked it over the head.
Look at you, Mr. Wallace. I'm so proud of you. You've been doing a fantastic job. You have been.
I got a little help from y'all too now. I got a little help from y'all. I can't put it all on me. Nope.
All right. Have you been having any difficulties with anything that you can share with us that you may need our help or assistance with?
No, everything been so good. You know, like I said, I've just been hanging out with my grandkids every weekend, and then my family been coming to visit me, and so everything been going great. Everything been going great.
All right. Very good. Very good. Tell me something you've learned since the last time I've seen you.
Well, I just learned that, you know, as far as the drinking or whatever, you know, if you can't, I see it knocked a lot of friends, well, so-called friends away. Because I'm like, if we can't be friends without, I mean, you know, I can drink my juice and y'all can do what y'all want to do, you know. I say, but you know, a lot of them like it feel funny, you know, coming around you drinking and you. I mean, you can do you grown. I mean, I never really, like I told him, I never really was a hard compulsive drinker anyway. I say, y'all, I mean, as you my friend, you still gonna come around regardless. So it just to me, it just made me stay more, you know, on my feet. And you come around, you come around. If you don't, I'm just gonna stay positive, you know. I'll be happy.
Very good. All right. Very good, Mr. Wallace. All right. Let me hear from the case manager on why you are, Mr. Yancey, why you are recommending Mr. Wallace for promotion today.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Wallace has really been doing well. He's been with us about 19 months. As he stated, he recently completed treatment. He's going to AA meetings. We've got about 19 months of clean screenings from JAMS. He's never had a positive. He's never had a miss. That's really well. That's a lot of months for us to be able to say those two things. You know, he's already articulated that sobriety kind of separates friendships and who was who in our life, and he still accepted that. So like I said, everything we've asked him to do, he has done. He only has mainly one major thing to do, and that's some community service. I haven't got that referral sent out, but other than that, he's been doing really great. He's been with us since July of 20, and we just want to recommend him to be in phase 3. I think he's deserving to be in phase 3, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Yancey. Let me hear from any of the other team members. Anything asked to Mr. Wallace?
Yes, Judge, thank you. I'd like to congratulate Mr. Wallace on his promotion today. Congratulations for your promotion at the job. And congratulations for 18 or 19 months clean. We know it's not easy, but you're working the program. You're in a good place. Keep up the good work, Mr. Wallace. We're proud of you. Be proud of yourself. Stay safe, Mr. Wallace. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Wallace.
And Your Honor, if I might add, Mr. Wallace, you deserve this promotion. You worked hard at it. You did the heavy lifting. We are very proud of you, sir. Keep up the great work.
Thank you, Mr. Fiker.
Your Honor, if I could add one more thing, Mr. Wallace has helped us prove that, once you reach your standard and our standard of sobriety, then your life can change. He's talking about him getting a promotion at work, which is gigantic. I got on a little bit late because another defendant called me about how they just got a promotion and they're thinking our program, because if it wasn't for this program and their sobriety, they wouldn't have got that promotion. So, we're just not here to, just to get on you and different things. We're here to bring out the best in everybody. And when we bring out the best in them, they're just pleasantly surprised at what happens. And we just congratulate him on his promotion at work.
All right, yes. And so I need everyone in the courtroom to join me. We're celebrating Mr. Wallace for his promotion at work, as well as his promotion to phase 3. Come on, let's celebrate Mr. Wallace. Congratulations, sir. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes, congratulations. All right, Mr. Wallace, you're in phase 3. This is the last stretch. Listen, this is not the stretch to get lazy or to cut corners or look for easy ways out. This is the phase where you prove to yourself first that you're ready to do this on your own, and then you show us that we should be ready to release you from this program. So I encourage you to work hard, to still reach out if you need us, and then get that community service done, okay?
Oh, that's next day on my list.
All right.
Hey, can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question?
Sir.
Was I thought I was seeing things. Was you on a commercial?
A COVID commercial?
Oh, okay. I look. I say, I know that ain't Judge Shannon. I guess I was.
Judge Shannon, that's who it is.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I need people to take the shot.
I didn't know. I just
see you,
looked at
Ms.
the
Ross.
TV. I think I looked at the TV. I said, well, she got a commercial.
I'm a part of a commercial for COVID to encourage people to get their vaccines. Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Show me how proud you are. Make sure you get that shot, okay?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
All right, I'm gonna leave it there. All right, what's next for Mr. Wallace, Mr. Yancey?
Yes, Your Honor, we want to allow him to have a March 25th face-to-face with me at 10:35.
All right, did you get that, Mr. Wallace?
I'm putting it on my calendar every time he say it.
All right, wonderful. Good to see you. Congratulations to you again. Enjoy the rest of your day and be safe. We are here if you need us, okay?
Thank you for helping me.
All right, you're very welcome. All right, now I'm ready for you, Miss Macklin. I'm ready for you. I have case number SP. I'm sorry, 1 second. Miss Robs, did you need to have an attorney go in a breakout room with Mr. Rice?
Yes, good morning, Your Honor. Yes, if I can have them go into a breakout room, Your Honor.
All right, who's gonna go with Mr. Rice?
I'll be going, Judge.
All right, Mr. Fikens and Miss Robs will go into the breakout room for Mr. Rice. And Miss Wilson, once you do that, let me know when I can proceed.
Co-host, Your Honor, please.
Oh, I did not give you co-host this morning. My apologies. All right, there you are.
Where's Mr. Rice?
He's with Miss Robs.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. There is an individual who is joining us from a telephone without camera capabilities, I will not be able to do your case without seeing you. And so you will have to physically come to 36th District Court, located at 421 Madison in the city of Detroit. I am in courtroom 133. I will not be able to service you over the phone. Please hang up and head to the court and get here before 10:30 a.m. on this morning. Thank you so much. And then Ms. Mack, I'll give you that number just in case they did not hear me. There you go, Ms. Mack. All right, may I proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, wonderful. She took care of it already. Oh, okay. Thank you, Ms. Wilson. Thank you so much. All right, I have the following for Malaysia Macklin. I have case number SP 115-63501 and case number 210-00084. Ms. Macklin, state your full name for the record.
Malaysia Macklin.
All right, Ms. Macklin, have you already gone to check in at your other court?
No. And it's at
not
9.
yet?
No, it's at 9.
Okay, do you have a few minutes? All right, wonderful. How are things going with you, Ms. Macklin?
Everything is going good, better than ever. I just passed my 90-day probation period for my job, and I'm proud of myself.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Yeah. So if once you pass your 90-day probation, you're good, right?
Yeah. I didn't call off that one time. I've been on time every day since I started. And I was just telling somebody else that I was proud of that, because the old me, like, I would make up an excuse to like want to call off, or I'll probably be like hungover or something like that. Or I'll just, just give up on a job. I wouldn't have lasted this long. So I'm proud of myself for that.
We are proud of you too, Ms. Macklin. Very good. Very good. What else is going on with you?
Everything is going smooth. I'm still trying to figure myself out, but I'm hanging in there, and it's just little things that I'm, noticing that I need to work on. Like, I be difficult in a lot of situations where it could just be, simple, and I'm pretty much like stuck in my ways. What I've been doing it for a long time, so by me noticing it, I've been working on it.
Good for you. Work on it. Good for you. All right. And so is there anything that you've been struggling with that you need us to help you with, Ms. Macklin?
No, not at all. I'm just going with the flow, doing everything I'm supposed to do.
All right, wonderful. And I'm really hoping that things turn out well for you with respect to the other case matter. I'm really hoping that it does. Make sure, and you do a good job at keeping Mr. Griffin in the loop. So please make sure you let him know how things go today, okay?
I will, definitely.
All right, how are your babies doing?
They are good.
They're doing good?
My son is doing better in school and everything.
Okay, very good. I'm glad to hear that. Very glad to hear that. All right. Let me hear from Mr. Griffin as to Ms. Macklin.
Your Honor, like Ms. Macklin said, she's doing very well. She's still attending her group meetings. She's testing twice a week, no problems with testing. She's also on a tether, no tether violations. So she's been working really hard since the incident. I mean, she's been working very hard. I hate that had to happen to get here, but sometimes it takes things. But she's been going above and beyond, and I think she's finding out a lot about herself in this process, which is good that she didn't know. I guess she didn't know how strong of a woman that she was, and sometimes you have to kick some people out of your lives to get where you need to be. So her focus has changed, and so she's putting more focus on herself and her kids. So I'm proud of her with that. Like you said, she does have another court date today on a felony case. It's a final conference. So I'll talk to her after that and I'll update you on what's going on.
All right, very good. Very good. Ms. Macklin, is there anything that you need us to help you with, the court to assist you with?
No, that's a plan now.
Okay, all right. Anything, Mr. Reed, that you'd like to add?
Yes, thank you, Judge. Ms. Macklin, a good report today. You're working the program. We're proud of you. You have a great attitude. Stay positive. Keep up the good attitude. I'm sure things are going to work out for you. Be safe. Thank you, Ms. Macklin. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, very good. Mr. Griffin, if nothing else, what's next for Ms. Macklin?
I'm gonna keep on Friday because of her groups on Thursday. So I'm gonna bring her back. It'll be March the 18th, 2022. And that'll be for a face-to-face at 10:35 a.m. And like I said, once I find out information, Your Honor, I'll update you on that.
Yes, please do. All right, did you get that, Ms. Macklin? I'll see you back on Friday, the 18th of March no, you're gonna see Mr. Griffin at 10:35 a.m. And then you'll see me shortly after that, okay?
Okay.
All right, very good. If nothing else, take good care of yourself and hang in there, okay?
Thank you. I will.
All right, take care.
Okay.
All
See you
right.
guys next time.
All right. Let's see, Mr. Gazuli wasn't scheduled until 9:30. There's another 9 o'clock. Let me call the 8:30 docket. It was scheduled for pre-trial, 8:30, Keshawn Adams. I have the following case numbers: 19501, 6061, case number 197018112, counts 1, 2, and 3. Pre-trial was scheduled for 8:30. It's 9 o'clock. Mr. Reed, that party has failed to appear. I'll give some more time, and I'll set it aside if I have to, but for now, I am going to issue a capias. And that capias will be a personal bond except for the reckless driving matter. I'm going to do, no, I'm sorry. The capias is going to be $25 cash or surety as to each matter, with the exception of the reckless driving. That will be $50 cash or surety bond. And of course, if Mr. Adams joins us, I will recall the case, okay?
Yes, Judge. Thank you.
All right. I have a number of adjourn to pays. Are you ready on those? Or you need a little more time, Ms. May?
So what I'll do is I'll have you go.
Oh, okay, Mr. Rice is back. I'll go ahead and do him.
Okay.
I need 1 second, please, team. Give me 1 second. You can mute me. Let's go next door. Had a horrible headache. All right, I am ready on Mario Rice. And I'm just going to, after yesterday, I'm gonna have him just sit there. You'll have to speak very loudly, sir, so I can hear you, okay? All right, very good. I have the following matter. I have case number Z8066581. Mr. Rice, please state your full name for the record.
Mario Rice.
All right, good morning, Mr. Rice.
Good morning.
Mr. Rice, you're sitting in my box.
Yes, ma'am.
Why are you sitting in the box?
Decided going through a little problem. So,
All right, Mr. Rice, I've been asking about you and trying to make sure that you're okay. I'm glad to see that you're here. I'm glad you came in because you were just making matters worse for yourself. And so I'm glad you're here, and let's make sure, I need you to make sure that you are being open and honest with us while you're here so we can address your situation appropriately. I will tell you, as I said to Mr. Vikings and to Ms. Robs, if you've fallen off, that's what we're here for. We can help you. I'm not a doctor, but I'll put you in the hands of people who can certainly help you. But if you're just not doing what you're supposed to do, that I can't help you with that. You know, I can't, there's nothing I can do to correct that. If you're just making excuses and not accepting responsibility and having us jump through 100 hoops, there's nothing I can do to help you with that. But I know what does change behavior. And so, and I'll do that. I'll utilize that tool. So I hope that you're ready to be open and honest about what's going on with you so that we can help you, okay?
yes, ma'am.
All right, let me hear from Ms. Robs. I'm gonna have you lay out the facts because Mr. Rice right now is in warrant status. I have not set aside the warrant for him because I didn't know what he was going to do. So Ms. Robs, I'm glad that your client came in, that Mr. Rice came in today. And so Ms. Robs, tell me the facts that got us to this point.
Yes, Your Honor.
I need dates as well. I don't have my other notes. I need dates as well.
Yes, Your Honor.
If you can. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning, Your Honor. Ebony Robs, Drug Treatment Court Case Manager.
All right.
Before the court, Your Honor, we have Mr. Mario Rice. Your Honor, February 1st, 2022 was Mr. Rice's last court date before he went into warrant status, February 11th, 2022. On that court date, Mr. Rice was given instructions that he needed to follow up with outpatient with Elmhurst Holmes, as well as follow up with the court and provide medical documentation for something that was a medical issue at the time. In addition, Mr. Rice was not testing. His testing would have been suspended because of a medical issue. So from that day, Mr. Rice had failed to comply with the court's order and provide those documents. So time had went by from February 1st.
Ms. Rice, can I ask you, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Can I ask you one question? I know I ordered him to provide some results to you, and he never did provide those results.
No, Your Honor, he provided the results on today, but he did not provide them once when you stated for him to provide those results. I never received them up until today.
And give me the date that I told him to provide those results. When was that?
That was February 1st, 2022.
February 1st, and he just provided them today. And when did he take that test?
Your Honor, he took the test. It states on today from February 23rd, 2022. He took this test, but he had provided.
He took the test yesterday or 2 days ago.
Yes, Your Honor.
Which is a far cry from February 1st.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, go ahead.
From then, Your Honor, I attempted to contact Mr. Rice to make sure that he had followed up with the court's order. I was unable to get in contact with Mr. Rice. When I did have contact with Mr. Rice, he came on Zoom, which was February 22nd, 2022, because he had a scheduled court hearing, but he was already in warrant status from February 11th. So he was informed that he needed to come off of Zoom and that he was in warrant status because he had not followed through with the court order. So I was able to make contact with Mr. Rice off Zoom and on the phone to discuss the issues at hand, that he had not followed the court's order and that he had not tested. I had not received the results for his negative results, and he had not followed up with outpatient services, which he knew he had to do. Upon a conversation with Mr. Rice, we were able to get him back into testing at JAMS.
When did he start testing?
He went and tested, Your Honor, on, it has February 22nd and February 23rd.
So Ms. Rives, he didn't test from February 1st up until February 22nd?
Yes, Your Honor, he went in warrant status on February 11th.
But I'm asking, did he have a test since
No.
February 1st?
No, he didn't, Your Honor.
Okay.
And
Okay, you may continue.
during that time, Your Honor, February 1st, that is when Mr. Rice had reported to the court that he had, that there was the medical issue. So we were trying to wait. He stated during that court hearing that he would get the results back in 2 days. When I tried to follow up, I wasn't able to make contact.
Hold on, wait, let me make sure. I want to make sure I have it right, Ms.
Yes,
Rives.
Your Honor.
On February 1st, he said he had the medical condition. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you see the results? Did you see the test?
I saw the initial test that he did have, that there was a positive. And then,
Yes, ma'am. And then he was supposed to test again in 10 days, which would have put us at that February 10th, February 11th, and then follow up with his outpatient treatment and provide those results to you. He did not test.
he did not test. Yes, Your Honor.
And he did not report for testing for drug screening. I'll push it back to the 11th, from February 11th up until the 22nd. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor, that's correct.
All right, go ahead.
So he did get back into testing. I did inform Mr. Rice that he needed to follow up with outpatient. And hopefully, Your Honor, I'll be able to assist him in that on today. But we're here, Your Honor, because, Mr. Rice, he did, he had some issues. He did admit on today, Your Honor, that he did, engage in drinking. He did, express remorse, Your Honor, with regard to his drinking. He did report and brought in documentation that he started working a job at Bill's Home Improvement. He just started working. He did inform me, Your Honor, that he has not received a paycheck yet either. So he is in the beginning stages of employment. He did, report, Your Honor, that he lost his phone, but his boss now is going to work with him to get him a phone so that he can continue communication with the court and get back into compliance.
The loss of a phone is not a reason to not be in compliance with the court or to be in touch with the court. That doesn't fly. These are grown people we're talking about. All right, go ahead, Ms. Rice.
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything else?
Nothing further at this time, Your Honor.
Did you get him back on the 1-800 number, Ms. Rives?
Your Honor, I had intent to do so once his case was heard and I knew what direction to go.
Okay, all right, wonderful. And then I thought I had I think I have one other question for you. What is your recommendation?
Your Honor, I would like to state that, Mr. Rice is a good guy. Prior to this, Your Honor, he has not had any previous sanctions. He is currently in phase 2. He did report, Your Honor, as previously stated, that he started a new job. He's trying to get himself together. My recommendation, Your Honor, is that Mr. Rice be placed on a SoberLink device, and that his supervision increases to every 2 weeks versus every 3 weeks until we can get Mr. Rice back on track and progressing forward. As well as, Your Honor, him getting on the 1-800 line to get back into outpatient services.
All right, thank you, Ms. Robs.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Fikens, let me hear from you.
Yes, Judge. First, I want to say that Mr. Rice, I echo the statement that he's a nice guy. He is a nice guy, but he came and said to me right away that he was, I think he had some wine. It doesn't matter what kind it is, it's still alcohol, it's still a violation. And he knows that. And when Ms. Robb said he showed remorse, I think that the remorse was genuine. At least that's the person I saw with a genuine, remorseful attitude. That's what happens to some people. It's part of the addictive process. Sometimes they fall down. I think Mr. Rice wants to get back up. I think he's done some things that will help him. But one of the things is to do what he knows he has to do. That phone thing is a non-issue to me, and we talked about that. You get a phone. There's too many phones out there. That's not even an issue. I don't even want to make it an issue. Except the only reason I bring it up is to say how I don't want to talk about that, because it's a non-issue. We find ways, and Mr. Rice has got to find ways to do this. I agree with the recommendations. I think that will help him find his way to get back into outpatient treatment. Let's keep in touch with us. He was out not keeping in touch with us, and he needs to keep in touch with us just so we can check in. This was a fall off. He's not been previously sanctioned, but I know he can get up, Judge. I know he can get going. I know he wants to get going. And I think he can tell you that himself. Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you. Mr. Rice, first of all, I want to let you know that I appreciate the fact that you were finally honest with Miss Robs, because I'm going to tell you, if Miss Robs had not shared that part with me, because I'm assuming that conversation took place this morning, you were going to the Wayne County Jail. I can help you with use. I can help you. When people fall off, the first person I look at is us. What can we do differently? What can we do better as a team to help this person get back on track and hopefully stay on track and walk in their recovery? When an individual sits and just lies and says, "Oh, I didn't do anything. My dog ate my phone. The cat, I can't work with that. There's nothing I can do for that." So I send those folks to the Wayne County Jail, because then they somehow the whole world they figure it out. They figure it out. Next time the dog eats my phone, I'm gonna stick my hand down the dog's throat, make the dog throw up my phone. I mean, they come up with all kind of creative stuff to not get themselves in that predicament again. And so I appreciate you being honest about using again. Mr. Rice, you know that this has been a journey for you, and it's not been an easy journey. And so I need to make sure we realign you with the right resources and the right tools to help you not pick up. When is the last time you had something to drink? And you need to be honest, because you've got pending test results from the 22nd and the 23rd. I can't hear you.
I had a glass of wine last week with a lady friend of mine.
Okay. You know that you can't have any alcohol.
Yes, ma'am.
0 means 0, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And you understand why you can't have alcohol, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Because when you pick up one, what happens?
Keep going and going and going. One is not enough, 1,000 is too many.
There you go. But that's a long stretch between 1 and 1,000, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And so that's why we want to realign you with some resources to help you to not even pick up for that first time.
And Your Honor, I apologize. I was just going through a little family problem with myself, and I went the wrong route. and I apologize for disrespecting you, because you know the truth.
And it's okay. It happens, Mr. Rice. I just thank you for being honest, because now it helps me to be able to do my job. Okay, instead of punishment. I'm not interested in punishing you. I'm interested in helping you. But understand, this is still a court of law. And so when you don't comply, there may be some, some consequences. But you're being honest about what's going on. I'd rather help you. Okay, I'd rather help you. Listen, there have been some great recommendations that have been made, and I'm certainly going to take them into consideration. But I want to hear from you. What do you think I should do? What do you need for me to help you get back on track? What do you need? And be honest with me. Doesn't mean I'm gonna do it. I just want to know what your thoughts are.
Just more counseling, more communication.
Okay. You believe you need more counseling?
I just need to open up and talk to you.
Okay. We talked about that very early on when you came into the program. What about the company you keeping?
I don't be around you.
I'm sorry?
Excuse me. I don't be around anybody.
Well, you told me you had some wine with a lady friend.
Yes, it was the old lady friend, and communication. It was.
Okay, does she know that you're working on being sober and you can't drink?
Yeah, and I did it.
Okay, and she let you? She sat there and enjoyed a glass of wine with you?
I did it on my own. I did it behind her back.
Okay,
That was something I did. I made a bad choice.
all right. All right. Mr. Fikens, did you have anything different as far as recommendations? Ms. Rob's recommendation is that he be reassessed on the 1-800 number on today, which is definitely something I'm going to do, and that he be placed on the SoberLink device, because you have a new job, Mr. Rice. How do you feel about that?
Feel good.
It feels good?
Yes, ma'am.
You like what you're doing?
Yes, ma'am.
You're doing it well?
Yes, ma'am.
Listen, I need you to do everything you're supposed to do. When you have a job and you like what you're doing and you can do it well, you are winning, sir. So I need you to do everything you can do to stay on that job, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So, Mr. Fikens, the recommendation is the reassessment, the SoberLink device, and that he sees the court every 2 weeks, as opposed to the 3 weeks, because he's in phase 2. Do you have a different recommendation?
No, I don't, Judge. I really don't. I think Ms. Robs has excellent recommendations that fit Mr. Rice at this time. I think Ms. Robs and I discussed, maybe the court would consider, because he got a new job, that the court might be able to help him out with some of that SoberLink for a little bit to get him on his feet. But we can talk about that as things go on.
Okay. Miss Robs, Mr. Fikens, he's gonna have to make some sacrifice. Maybe Miss Robs, we could look at helping him with it for the first week, and then once he gets, he'll do his second week at work, then he'll have to pick up that cost. So you won't be on the SoberLink forever, but you do have to be on it. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So let's do that, Mr. Fikens.
Yes, Judge, we just ask that he get a paycheck under belt so he can make payment. I imagine.
I don't know how much we can help him with. I don't know, I don't know what's available. But Ms. Robs, if we can help him to get through to a first paycheck, by all means, let's do that. If we can't, he's gonna have to tighten up.
We understand, Judge.
Because he put himself in this predicament, and that's an expensive glass of wine he had.
Yes.
We understand. It was.
All right, but if we can help, we certainly will.
Thank
All
you,
right,
Judge.
Mr. Rice, you have any questions for the court?
Just want to say that I apologize, and I want to still struggle to my goal, and I will.
And you will. Let's work it, Mr. Rice. Let's work it. Roll up your sleeves and let's work it. How's your son doing?
Doing good.
Does your son know that you done got in trouble?
No.
Okay. All right.
I know you've been very disappointed too.
And maybe he won't be as disappointed as you think he will be, but he'll encourage you and maybe step up and push a little bit more in the encouragement area for you to stay on track. So you think about whether or not you want to share that with him. That's up to you, okay?
I will.
All right, wonderful. All right, Mr. Ficus, I'm setting aside the warrant for Mr. Rice.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I'm going to enter a return to court date, and it'll be by way of Zoom. Ms. Robs, what is that date?
Your Honor, if I can put Mr. Rice back on his regular date of Tuesday, could I have
Okay,
March 8th, 2022 at 9:45 a.m.?
all right, Mr. Rice, did you get that? All right, very good. And so, Ms. Robs, you need him back in the conference room to get assessed on that 800 number?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, wonderful. I want you to be very honest with them about your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. Thank you, Mr. Rice. Good to see you today.
Thank you. God bless you.
You do the same. All right. Ms. Mack, if you could do me a big favor and make a copy of just the back of this. I thought I was writing on some regular white paper. I wrote on the back of my docket.
Oh, Lord.
Okay. All right. Who do we have up next?
Your Honor, I
Mr.
think,
Gazuli?
yes.
All right, Mr. Gazuli, if you could turn on your camera. I'm ready. Good morning, Miss Taylor. I was about to send my snowmobile people out to pick you up. Okay, because I'm here in the seat.
I know.
All right.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Gazuli. How are you?
I'm good. How about yourself, Your Honor? I'm sorry. Let me step outside to get in my vehicle.
All right, go right ahead. While he's doing that, Mr. Yancey, place his case number on the record for me.
Yes, Your Honor, his case number is U 603-01-621.
All right, thank you, Mr. Gazuli. Can you state your full name for the record?
Yeah. First name Elkeith, last name Gazuli.
All right, wonderful. This is okay. All right, wonderful, Mr. Gazuli. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Yesterday was my birthday. It was my first clean birthday in 5 years, and it was the best one yet that I could remember.
Happy birthday! Yeah! Happy birthday! And it was a clean birthday?
Heck yeah, it was.
What did you do yesterday for your birthday?
So I started working yesterday, and I went to 2 meetings, and I was just around people. When I was out there, I had no friends. I had nobody. No one would call my phone. My family didn't call my phone. Yesterday I got over 30 phone calls. Majority of them were the people in the fellowship, but it felt good. I felt special. I actually really felt special.
Yes, Mr. Gazuli. Very good. And so you celebrated did you celebrate at all in any way?
So I'm going Saturday I'm going with this female friend of mine, and on Sunday I'm going to celebrate it with my mom and pops.
I love it. Your mom and pops. I love it. Very good. How are you feeling about working the program so far, Mr. Gazuli?
I'm grateful for drug court. I'm grateful for NA. I'm grateful for Mr. Yancey, and I'm grateful for everyone that's here to support me right now. And I'm grateful for another day clean too, because when I was out there, I was living dirty. It was bad. I'm happy I don't have to live like that anymore.
You don't have to live like that anymore. Isn't that wonderful?
It's like I'm working. I started working. I could work 8 hours, 10 hours without requiring anything.
Look at you. You are working. You love it? Do you love the job?
Yeah, it's so I painted prior to while I was in active addiction too, but I just never could hold down a job. And it's my boss told me the first day, he said, "Wow," he's like, "You got experience, don't you?" I'm like, "Yeah, I got experience, but it's I actually enjoy it. I feel life this time. I'm not just numbed up by BS."
Yes. All right, Mr. Gazuli, are you having any issues with working the program?
Nothing whatsoever. It's been a blessing. No issues whatsoever.
All right, very good. Let me hear from Mr. Yancey as to Mr. Gazuli.
Yes, Your Honor. I've had a lot of contact with Mr. Gazuli, and he's embracing his sobriety. It's really like he said, 5 years, first birthday. This is really new and exciting to him, and that's a good thing. He's been going to treatment. I'm getting bi-weekly progress reports instead of monthly. That's great for me and for us. So getting
Yes.
progress reports, and he's screening it on site. Those screenings have been negative, and we had referred him to NA just to get a quick start, but I think he's liking the NA meetings. So we sure welcome him to continue those. So right now he's in a good place. He's really embracing his sobriety, and I always remind him this is a marathon, not a sprint. So don't get, don't let things affect you too much up or down. It's just steady as we go, and then we'll continue to progress. But he's in a good spot right now. He should be proud of himself. Like he stated, he was out there to the point where nobody really was acknowledging different birthdays and things, and now he's, his sobriety equals 30 calls, so he's done pretty good right now.
You're doing real well. All right, very good, Mr. Yancey. Anything from any of the team members as to Mr. Gazuli?
Yes, Judge, thank you. I want to wish you a happy birthday, sir. Keep up the good work. We know it's not easy, but you're working the program. Keep the good attitude, the positive attitude. We're proud of you, sir, and be safe and enjoy that birthday. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Thank you.
And Your Honor, if I might add, it's you have a good, strong statement, Mr. Gazuli. I know it's an honest statement. Keep up the great work, sir. We're very proud of you. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
All right. All right. If nothing else, I am going to get a return to court date for Mr. Gazuli. Mr. Gazuli, did you have any questions for the team this morning?
Oh, no, not at the moment.
Okay. All right. Mr. Yancey, what's next for Mr. Gazuli?
Yes, Your Honor. Unless Mr. Gazuli has a problem, I was going to change him from Fridays and put him on Mondays. And I was going to have him come back on March 7th of this year at 8:35. Unless, Mr. Gazuli, do you need Fridays or can you come in on Mondays?
Monday would be a lot better, actually.
Okay, that's super great. So can we have March 7th, Your Honor?
Yes, sir. March 7th it is. All right, Mr. Gazuli, take good care of yourself, work hard, be safe, and know that we're here if you need us, okay?
Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Your
You're
Honor.
welcome. I appreciate you too, Mr. Gazuli. Take care. All right. Very good. Miss Taylor, I need to sidebar with you before I call the last case. I see Mr. Rosenthal is on. We've got a marathon trial scheduled this afternoon. And so whatever we can do, I'm gonna test y'all resilience and strength today. Let's get it done. All right. Give me a second. Could you mute? She can just stand right there where she is, and then she'll have to speak very loudly because I need to be able to hear her, but.
She can go to that one.
No.
You heard about me switching phones, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
She said that she said she was gonna see something.
Oh, okay, all right.
Because they test them before they.
Okay, got you. Okay, so she can't come to the podium because I need to hear her on the microphone.
But keep that mask on
Keep your mask on.
over your nose.
I went to test.
Ms. Stevenson, hold on. I haven't even put your case number on the record. And, yeah, and so.
So you were waiting on the test.
I don't know. I'll do it when she comes back.
Okay.
Yep. All right. I am calling case number U601-25121 for Elizabeth Stevenson. Ms. Stevenson, put your mask over your nose and speak very loudly into that microphone and tell me your name. All right. Good morning, Ms. Stevenson. Okay. Whew. All right, Ms. Jasmine, let me have you place your name on the record and your appearance.
Jasmine Taylor, mental health court case manager.
All right, thank you. Ms. Stevenson, you didn't do what I told you to do.
Yes, ma'am.
No, you didn't.
I went to test and she said that it wasn't like to the line. And it wasn't the line, so she would come back the next day. I come back the next day, they're not supposed to close till 8:30. We got out of church, I went, I have a video, but they locked the door before 8 o'clock. But they was open till 7 p.m., from 7 to 8:30.
Okay.
We didn't get out of church until like 7:40. We were straight there. And I have a video that
Well, I have a different story of what happened when you went to test. And so, Ms. Jasmine, I'm gonna have you place on the record, and I need the attorneys to listen up as to the events that happened that today, Ms. Stevenson is not in compliance with this court's order, and that's not gonna work out well for you today. First of all, your attitude is bad. Let's start there. You have a horrible attitude, Ms. Stevenson, a horrible attitude. We're trying to help you, and your disposition has been nasty since you came into this door, through that door on day before yesterday. So you asked that question, and I wasn't going to indulge you this early. What did I do? Let me start there. Your attitude is horrible. We are the people that's trying to help you. We are the ones that are trying to help you. You have some issues. We have some resources and programming available that can assist you with the issues that you have. And since day one that you've walked through this door, your attitude sucks. You asked and I answered. Thank you. Now, Ms. Jasmine Taylor, please proceed.
Okay, so it was reported that on Wednesday, February 23rd, when Ms. Stevenson went into ATS to complete a drug screen, she first asked the staff for gloves. She was basically difficult during the process. She requested gloves. She would not take her coat off to urinate to provide a specimen. She kept her coat on. She got combative with the staff. In the end, she told them she was not coming back to test. The urine specimen that she did provide did not have a temperature. It was, as they reported, ice cold. They reported that the way that she urinated in the bathroom, which, just to put on the record, there is a female staff member that goes into the bathroom with the clients to watch them urinate.
Yes.
And when they did so, the way that Ms. Stevenson placed the cup and provided the specimen, it appeared that she somehow used a device in someone else's urine. Again, as to that the urine was ice cold and did not have a temperature. She reported she was not going to come back. I spoke with Ms. Stevenson yesterday, which would have been February 24th. I did report to her that she did need to go complete a test that day, since the one from the 23rd was labeled as a refused test. And she failed to do that as well. So we do not have an up-to-date drug screen for Ms. Stevenson.
All right, thank you. Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens, you all have heard the information that Ms. Taylor placed on the record. Is there anything that you want to indicate to the court? I have not been able to get a drug screen on Ms. Stevenson. Ms. Stevenson, this information that I'm receiving, at the end of the day, whether their story is true or not, or Ms. Stevenson's story is true or not, she didn't comply with this court's order. She did not provide a specimen that could be tested that would yield results to this court. She's not in compliance. Yes, you may proceed.
Judge, Jesse Reed, drug court defense attorney. I'm sure that Ms. Stevenson, since she is in specialty court, wants to follow the court's orders.
Has not, Mr. Reed, she has not been, I have not been able to accept her into the specialty court because I wanted a reading. Her attitude was so bad on the day she came in. I believe that she may have been under the influence of something. And I did not want to do her test or do her admission into specialty court on Wednesday without a drug screen. I had not had a drug screen. And she gave a story about she smoked some weed. It might have been laced with cocaine, but she didn't know. And so I did not want to risk doing the mental health court order or having her accepted into mental health court. And I did not have a screen on her, so I can know exactly what she needed.
Well, Judge, I agree with the court. She does need to be tested. And if it's possible, and I don't know if testing is done in 36th District Court anymore at this time, probably not.
Not at this time.
Testing the judge at the Wayne County Jail, I don't know if that can be done.
We'll arrange it.
I agree with the court. She does need to be tested, Judge, and if she's willing to do that, I would ask that she be given a second opportunity to be tested, Judge, on her own.
Thank you. All right. Mr. Fikens, was there something you wanted to say?
Well, I would just ask Ms. Stevenson, I'd encourage her to be honest and direct with the court, with herself. If there's something that she's hiding or manipulating, that it's time to come together and let's figure this one out. That's my recommendation for Ms. Stevenson, Judge.
All right, thank you. Yes, ma'am. State your name for the record. Ms. Stevenson's mother is in the audience.
My name is Tawana Morris.
Ms. Morrison?
Yes, it's Ms. Morris.
Morris, okay, thank you.
And my daughter, I actually did take her, and last night, as she stated, she did go, and the door was locked, and there's somebody else who entered. There's a young man that came and did it, and he took a picture showing that the door was locked. Elizabeth has on her most of her appointments because she takes a lot of medication. We did give the first officer all the information that the case manager is requesting now. Because of all the things that we had to do yesterday, she had to go to the share house, and I thought that was interesting in my opinion. We have tried to comply. Elizabeth does take Suboxone up under a doctor, Dr. Ayard, and then up under Elizabeth, what's the name of that? Central City. Central City has she's supposed to see somebody today at Central City for the test because the field is too hard for her. She has psychological problems long term, and she's seen by the psychologist on a regular basis. And has medical problem with her feet. She has other medical problems. So they're trying to heal her arms because of some medication mishap or whatever.
And Ms. Morris, I appreciate you sharing all of that, which is why we want to get her in our program so we can do a medical review, get her hopefully under the care of of one of her doctors that will make sure everybody is communicating so that she's not taking a combination of medications along with drugs that she's using and end up dead somewhere. That's what we're trying to do. And so the fact that, and I appreciate that she got there Thursday. Listen, she had all day Thursday to report, and I'm not knocking you for going to church or anything like that. But here's the thing. She knew she hadn't provided a specimen on that Wednesday. She knew she hadn't. And the people at the facility have no reason to make up a story about her and what she was doing and her behavior. And quite frankly, Ms. Morris, your daughter's attitude has been horrible since she's walked through the door. So it doesn't surprise me that the people said she was combative, that she was being difficult, that she would not follow instructions. It just does not surprise me at all. And so she's put me in a position where I'm not able to do my job. And I cannot tolerate that. I won't tolerate that. I have to be able to do my job. And so she did not provide the specimen, as I said, on Wednesday. She did not do it on Thursday. I needed results on today. And so I'm going to send her to the Wayne County Jail and I'll get her tested. I'll make sure that her file is marked mental health. I'll make sure that I mark her file that she needs her medications. And then I'll bring her back on Monday. I'll bring her back on Monday. And hopefully we'll be in a better place where we can do all of the things that we need to do. Because I gave her an opportunity to do it on her own. I did. I gave her that opportunity. Yes, ma'am. I know, but I'm talking about on Wednesday, ma'am. I can't ignore what happened on Wednesday. I can't. See, Thursday would have never even been an issue. It wouldn't even be an issue about Thursday had she not gone in there. See, when the urine is cold, they test the temperature. That means you brought in somebody else's urine. That's what that means. That's why they test the temperature, because your urine should be your body temperature because you just released it. And so when they tested it and it was cold, that means she brought in somebody else's urine on Wednesday. That's why she wouldn't take off that coat. That's why she would not sit and urinate, so that the person, the female that was observing her, could make sure that the urine she was giving was coming from her body and not somewhere else. And so Thursday would have never happened had she done what she was supposed to do on Wednesday. Because the truth be told, on Wednesday, even if her test had come back positive for a drug, the only thing that I would have done is made her get back on that 1-800 number with Miss Taylor and tell the folks, I have used the drug within the last 2 days, 2 to 3 days. I have used drugs. So that way we could get a proper assessment of her. That's all that would have happened. She wouldn't be going to the Wayne County Jail. She's going to the Wayne County Jail for all those shenanigans on Wednesday. That's what she's going to the Wayne County Jail. And because of what she did on Wednesday, she's not in compliance with my court order. And that's what's sending her to the jail. We wouldn't even be talking jail. Even if her test had come back positive for everything under the sun, we wouldn't even be talking jail. We'd be talking that 1-800 number. Let's get her some help. Maybe some inpatient treatment. Maybe, I don't know, some intensive outpatient. I don't know what they would have said. But now I don't have that opportunity. Okay? I don't have that opportunity. So yes, ma'am. I'm sorry, Miss Stevenson, I can't understand what you're saying. So get yourself together and then you can address me, okay? But until then, you're not gonna address me you're not gonna be able to, because I can't understand you. Yes, ma'am, what do you want to tell me?
On Wednesday, she said it was protocol to hang the coat up. I put it up on the bathroom door. And because of my foot swollen face, like one hand, use one hand and place one hand, but I fell over twice because of my boot on my foot. Honestly,
Miss Stevenson, your urine was cold, ma'am.
I don't even know nobody else. I be in my home all day. I don't be around nobody.
I understand.
Can we please, please?
Okay, thank you, Miss Stevenson. Yeah, no, it's not me that you need to tell everything to. It's when you get on that 1-800 number. See, so here's where we are. These are the options that are available to you today. You're either gonna get on that 1-800 number and be honest about your drug usage so we can get you into inpatient treatment, or you gonna go to the Wayne County Jail. That's what's available to you. So now you can sit back there today and you can tell them, I don't use, I don't know. You can have that nasty attitude that you came in here with on Wednesday and that you came in here with on today. You can have that, and Miss Taylor gonna text me and say, Judge, she not cooperating, and you going to the Wayne County Jail. You can get on that phone with them and you can lie about, oh, I didn't use nothing, I don't do nothing, I just smoke weed. You can do all of that and you're still going to the Wayne County Jail. Or you can be honest with them, tell them what's going on with you. Let's get you in some inpatient treatment and we'll address your issues, okay? And you won't be in jail. How does that sound?
It sounds fine, but the Suboxone has cocaine ingredients.
Nope, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. Let me tell you something. I've been doing this too long. And let me tell you who has gotten an education about this field. This team. So there's nothing you can teach us. I'm so sorry. There's nothing you can teach us. Okay, we're gonna go in July and they're gonna teach us some additional stuff, but you won't be teaching us anything new about Suboxone, cocaine positive tests. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. We're not doing it. So Ms. Taylor, Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens, that's all I can offer her. She can get on that 1-800 number. Let's get her into some inpatient treatment, or she going to the Wayne County Jail. Those are the two options that are available for her.
Yes, Judge.
Oh, you're muted, Mr. Fikens.
Go ahead, Mr. Reed. I'm sorry.
Judge, I would agree. I always prefer treatment over jail, and I would suggest that. Am I muted? I would suggest to Ms. Stevens that you get on the 1-800 number and talk to the people and be honest about it. No one wants to hurt you, only want to help you. And I always prefer treatment over jail.
Absolutely. Thank you, Mr. Reed. Mr. Fikens, were you going to say something as well?
Just what Mr. Reed said, Judge. He said it well.
All right. Thank you. All right, Ms. Stevenson, that's what we're doing. You're going to go in there and get on that 1-800 number. Ms. Jasmine, she is not free to leave. And so, officer, she is not free to leave. She's going to get on that 1-800 number, and either she's going to inpatient treatment or she's going to the Wayne County Jail. Those are her two options today. All right. Let me know. I'm here. Thank you, officer, for coming in.
Hi, Liz. How are you?
I am well. Good morning. How are you?
Good to see you.
Good to see you too. I don't see you. I haven't been seeing you.
Exactly.
I know. It's been so cold though, and then just with everything. Yeah. We'll get back to it.
Exactly.
All right. Very good. I think that's it for, we'll come back and recall Ms. Stevenson once she has been processed by DWIN on the 1-800 number. At this time, Mr. Reed and Mr. Fikens, I am going to call the remainder of the docket for the morning docket, the 10:30. Are we ready, Ms. Matt?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, let's do it. I have at 10:30, I have Mohammed Abdul Sader, SP 122-25611. This was an adjourn to pay?
Yes.
Did they pay?
Yes.
All right, wonderful. Let's close it. Very good. I have for Roger Adams, I have case number SP 119-559-1, counts 1 and 2. As to count 2, did he pay?
Well, count 2 would be a dismissal based upon if he paid count 1.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, so he did not pay count 1, and the balance is $245.
All right, very good. I am going to Capias, and I'm going to Capias as well as reinstate the original charges. The Capias bond as to count 1 will be $245 cash or surety, and the bond on count 2 will be a personal bond. Okay. All right. I have for Denisha Alderman, case number SP 121-9623, count 1. Did Ms. Alderman pay count 1?
He did pay count 1, and count 2 is based on the dismissal upon her payment.
All right, very good. So I am going to close out count 1. I'm dismissing count 2, And then case number 205059481 for Denisha Alderman. Was that a dismissal as well?
That's correct.
All right, then that one is going to be dismissed as well. For Gary Alls, I have case number SP 123-79581. Did Mr. Alls pay?
He did not, Judge.
He did not pay. All right, we are going to issue a capias, reinstate the charge, and what was the amount owed?
$220.
All right, the bond will be set at $220, cash or surety, which is the amount he was assessed. I have for Dejanira Anderson, case number SP 1200913. Let's start with count one.
Those are based upon her paying, that's the same defendant. Oh, no, that's not the same one. Excuse me. Yes, she did pay.
All right, so she paid count three and
Yes.
counts 1 and 2 would be dismissed.
Correct.
All right, thank you. They are dismissed without prejudice. Let's go to Tierra Austin, SP 119-48401.
Judge, she paid $75 and she owes $200 on that, so she didn't pay it in full.
All right, and that is a civil infraction, is that correct? It is. Oh, maybe not.
No, it isn't.
No,
Judge. That's a misdemeanor.
All right, what does she owe? I'm sorry.
She owes $200.
All right, so we are going to capias. I'm going to reinstate the original charges. And I am going to issue the bond at $200, cash or surety, the amount that she owes.
Okay.
All right. And actually for Ms. Austin, before we enter that, I want to give her until the 10:30 because she made some attempt. And so Mr. Reed, Mr. Vikings, this may be one that I not capias, but I just extend some time to pay.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay,
Yes,
all right, let me do that. I just realized it's not quite 10:30. All right, let's go to LaRafani Autry, case number SP 123-7955, counts 1 and 2. And I also have case number SP 123-79841.
Okay, so count that one that you just read into the record, Judge, she did not pay. It was for $220. So those other two are based on if she made her payment, they will be dismissed.
All right, very good. So I am going to issue a capias for SP 123-79841 and reinstate the original charge. The bond will be set at $220 cash or surety, which is the original amount that was owed. And then the remaining two matters will be capias with the personal bond.
They will be default because they're civil.
Oh, there we go. All right, so those will be default judgments. Thank you. All right, I have for Adele Ayas, case number 212-963-361 and case number U620-67221.
Okay, so the U ticket, he paid the money, but it's under a delayed sentence, and the other ticket that he has will be dismissed upon that payment. So that delayed sentence is still open till November.
All right, then the matter of 212-963-361 is going to be dismissed on today. And then the remaining matter, he is in compliance with Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens, and he'll come back or there'll be a review of that matter in November of 2022. It'll be dismissed, okay?
Yes, Judge.
All right.
Yes,
And that's all I have for the 10:30. Anything else
Judge,
that I've missed?
was there a pretrial at 8:30 today? I might have.
Yes, I already called it and I already issued the capias and Mr. Adams still has not shown up and it's 10 o'clock.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, very good. Thank you. All right, Miss Jasmine, are we good?
I'm waiting on the room to clear out.
Who's in the room?
Ms. Rob.
Oh, Mr. Rice. Okay, we don't have another place where she can. Are you all doing that? I don't want to violate any protocol.
Check first.
Yeah, you'll need to find out because I don't want to violate anybody's protocol.
She said they're wrapping up.
Oh, they're wrapping up. All right, I forgot you were in there, Miss Robs. My apologies.
We're just waiting to get an appointment confirmed.
Okay. All right, Miss Robs, do it. All right, it'll just be a few minutes. Okay, let me just say this, Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens, if you all want, you can just be on call for when Ms. Stevenson is ready. I don't know how long it'll take for her to do the 800 number. We can reach out to you, or you can wait around. But we're gonna be in recess because I have to wait for Ms. Stevenson to get processed.
Understood, Your Honor. Yes, we'll be on.
Okay?
Yes,
All
sir.
right, wonderful. All right, thank you. Miss Anderson? Miss Anderson,
Yes,
good morning to you.
good morning.
You made your payments, right?
No, I didn't make my payment actually. I was asking, I was gonna ask you, can I have more time?
Hold on one second. That's okay. Let's look it up and see this one.
I think I mixed up her name with the other young lady. Their names were so similar.
Yes.
But messed me up. Let me see. Okay, no, she did not. Sorry.
All right. So, Miss Anderson,
Yes.
what happened that you didn't pay?
I just helped my family with a funeral.
All right. So, how much more time do you need to pay?
I can have the money by next Wednesday.
All right. This is what I'm gonna do, ma'am. I'm gonna give you a little bit longer than next Wednesday to get it done.
Okay.
So let's
Okay.
adjourn her to pay, and I'll adjourn her for March 18th. Now,
Thank you
Miss
so
Anderson,
much.
you know you can't come back with no excuses, right?
Right. No, I will definitely have it. Thank you so much.
All right. So we'll adjourn all your matters to March 18th, 2022 at 10:30 a.m. Okay?
Okay, sounds good. Thanks, Judge.
Okay, you're very welcome, ma'am. Take care.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. All right. So I'm gonna call.
Wait a minute, let me get you back on. There you go.
All right. Very good. So, turn back on Jack's.
Oh, yeah, because I don't know if Wilson is close by.
It's okay. All right, I am recalling for Larafani Autry. I have case numbers SP 1237955, counts 1, 2, and then also SP 1237981. Miss Autry has made her payment. She just made that payment. And so I'm going to close out the one matter, and then I am going to dismiss the other two. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right, wonderful. Anything else?
Let me check. I'm gonna check Tiara Austin, see if she did anything. What did you want to do with her? Because she paid.
Who's that?
Miss Tiara Austin. She made $75 payment, and then it was still $200 owed on that. You said you was gonna see. I don't know how you want to handle that one. Okay, Judge Roger Adams paid today.
Okay, I'm gonna just have to go back through these. I'll go back through. So Mr. Adams, that's SP 119-55912, counts 1 and 2. Mr. Adams did in fact pay, so I'm going to set aside that KBS. And the one matter The count 2 is going to be dismissed and count 1 will be closed. All right, wonderful. So folks, just wait till last minute to pay. Did anybody, so you might need to check those again after 10:30. I won't call them before 10:30 going forward.
Yeah,
Okay, because if people are gonna pay, I want them to pay.
absolutely.
All right, you can mute me. Mom, here's stuff in my face.
Sir, good morning, sir. Can you hear me?
Oh, yes, I hear you.
What's your name, sir?
Roger Adams.
Roger Adams. And why are you here today, sir? What's going on?
I had to pay that, I had to pay $245 before the 25th.
Correct. And you paid it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you're good. We're gonna close your case out.
Okay, thank you.
And dismiss the other one, okay?
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir. Have a good day.
All right, you too.
Thank you.
I am ready on Elizabeth Stevenson. I'm recalling case number U601-25121. Ms. Stevenson, state your name for me. All right, Ms. Stevenson, you have gone in and spoken with the individuals at DWIN, is that correct? All right, Ms. Taylor, I'm gonna have you report out as to what the results were.
So the findings from her assessment was that Ms. Stevenson will enter inpatient treatment at Share House today on February 25th, 2022. She will remain there for 29 days. It is also ordered that while there, she will complete a medication review, a MAT review, and that she will get a physical done, and she will also complete a drug screen at Share House today when she arrives.
All right, wonderful. Did you hear that, Ms. Stevenson? All right, and you understand that you must screen with Share House today. You're not gonna screen on your own. You're gonna screen when you get there, okay? I'm sorry.
I said, yes, ma'am, I screened yesterday too.
Okay, I'm talking about today. You're gonna screen today at Share House when you get there, and then you have to get there before 12 o'clock noon. And so let me ask Ms. Morris, would you be willing to transport her, or do we have to provide transportation?
No, ma'am, I will.
I'm sorry?
I will.
Okay, wonderful. And so your mom is going to transport you. Now, Ms. Morris, I had you state that on the record because I want to make sure that you understand you must comply with the court's orders, that she's to go directly to Share House for inpatient treatment for 29 days. She's not to go anywhere else. If there's something else that you need to get to her, then find out what their rules are and you can bring it back to her. But they are waiting to do her intake right now. So she's to go from court to Share House, okay? All right. Ms. Stevenson, you understand that? All right, very good. You have any questions for me? I'm gonna see you back on Zoom at Share House on March 2nd at 8:35 a.m. I wanna make sure that they have gotten all of your medicine and that you've gotten, hopefully she'll get that medical review and that MAT review very quickly because we wanna make sure you have the right combination of medications and that you have what you need, okay? All right, yes, Ms. Morris? I can't hear you if you're saying something.
Am I allowed to take get something to eat?
They're gonna feed her, I'm sure, at Share House, but if you want to bring her back some food, you'll have to find out what their protocol is, okay? All right, very good.
Just
Yes.
to put on record, they did report that she can bring 7 change of clothes. So clothes for 7 days, hygiene items, and she must have her ID and insurance card. So as far as like the clothing and her hygiene items and things like that, you will be able to bring that back to her so that she has that while she's there.
Okay, does that work? All right, wonderful. If no questions for me, Ms. Stevenson, I'm really counting on you to show up today. Otherwise, if we have to come and get you and make sure we let Officer E know that we're sending somebody to inpatient treatment today. If at 12:05 they call and say you're not there, we're gonna send out our officer that's assigned to our specialty court to come and get you. And instead of going to treatment, you're gonna go to the Wayne County Jail. I'd rather see you in treatment, okay? I'm sorry, I can't hear you. Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ms. Morris. Thank you all for your patience. Get going, you don't have that much time, okay? All right, Mr. Fiken, she's going to inpatient at Share. I'm gonna see her back on Wednesday, March 2nd at 8:35 a.m. That'll be on her court's day, okay?
Thank you, Judge, for helping her. We appreciate that.
All right, thank you, and thank you, Ms. Morris. Okay. All right, we are done until our 1:30 docket. Please get on a little bit earlier to see what's going on so we can get things done.
We shall, Judge. Mr. Reed and I will be on at 1:15.
All right, wonderful. Anything else, Miss? Oh, I thought you had your finger up to tell me something. Oh, okay. I thought I saw a finger up. All right, very good. I'm still holding out for Tierra Austin. Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens, I'm gonna recall it. It's well past 10:30 now.
Yeah.
It is, and you're gonna check her again to see if she paid. I'll address her at 1:30, okay, Mr. Fikens?
Thank you very much, Your Honor. We appreciate that.
All right, very good. Thank you, Ms. Wilson. Thank you all for getting back on.